Welcome everyone to the self-love movement. This is the first time that we are having a special guest come in because she is so special. She's so special to me. And the crazy part is I barely know her, but I feel like I know her. I feel like I don't even know when we connected. I was still in New York City. I think that I'm not even sure. It was a few months ago, though. It was a few months ago, and God truly aligned us together through Instagram. Like I randomly saw my consultant, actually, her name is Coach Whitney. Some people call her Whitney. Whitney is going to be helping me with my retreat, or she has been helping me with my retreat. She's basically like my event planner. And so when I saw Whitney go live with a woman named Rose, I was like, first off, Whitney hardly ever goes live. And who is this woman named Rose? Let me go ahead and hop on. And just hearing the impact that Rose gave Whitney, I like literally had this like moment of I remember directly speaking to Whitney after she met Miss Rose and after she experienced all of her energy healing abilities. And I remember Whitney's transformation. I can literally picture her transformation from the day that she said that she had that moment to now. And she is just like a new person, a new person. And so whenever I saw that I was introduced via Instagram of the woman that changed this other woman's life, I was like, immediately got off of the Instagram and was like, can you please talk to me somehow? I need you in my life somehow, some way. And then we got on the phone and had such a powerful, powerful conversation. So I'm not even going to explain what you do or anything like that. You can give them that good juju, but I'm ridiculously excited to have you tonight with my private audience. Like these people, they know me. Okay. They know me and I love them and I know they love me. And so I would only share you with people that I love right now, okay? Because I know how much you could help them and you can help heal and they deserve all of your goodness. So Miss Rose, thank you so much for being here.
Oh my goodness. Who are you talking about? I don't know who you're talking about.
Talk about you, honey.
Oh,
Talk about you.
oh my goodness. I absolutely love Whitney. Whitney is an amazing woman. Um, and we were introduced through a mutual friend who said, are you busy? Like, what do you mean? She's like, can you come over? One of my friends is here and they need you back. And I'm like, I'm on the way. Hopped in my car, like, woo, 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 put my sirens on. It's an emergency. It's an emergency. And I get around there and I was able to, talk and do some of the work that I do. So I am first and foremost a woman, a woman over 50, 55. How old am I? 57, 57.
You know you about 25. You better stop playing.
57. And I really have an affinity for women, to really help them wherever we are in the process of our lives, to really know that first and foremost it's gonna be all right. It's already all right, right? And so I have, added some modalities to help me. I am a holistic healer. I've been that for, well, probably started this journey in 2003. Um, so I became this healer not by anything that I was choosing. It absolutely chose me. They say that, about whatever the work is that you do, you don't choose it, it chooses you. So it chose me. I am the living diary of the mad Black woman. Tyler Perry wrote the story, but I lived that life for real. And that is really the thing that really set me on this very high trajectory of helping and serving. I saved my ex-husband from stage 4 cancer using holistic and energy healing and just the knowing that the dis-ease in our body is caused by emotion, and being able to share that with him 11 years ago now. He is cancer free and alive and well and living a very full, beautiful life in this moment. And, it just really sent me down this path of really helping other people to heal using holistic modalities. And it led me to the emotion code, which is what I used on Whitney. And the emotion code is a modality that absolutely uses your subconscious mind, muscle testing, and magnets. And what that means is that we use muscle testing to determine a bunch of yes and no questions with your body. Your subconscious mind has been with you your entire life. It knows who did it, when they did it, how they did it. It knows everything. It knows who did what. It has kept track. And what happens is, because it has kept track of your life, what it does is it is now in protection mode. And so you're trying to figure out how come every time you go to do something, you get you stop, you get right to the cusp of success, or you get right to this new relationship, and then you self-sabotage and you don't know why. And it is because your subconscious mind is whispering to you saying, remember, we did that the last time, it didn't work out. And so your subconscious mind said, we ain't doing that. So then you do all kinds of self-sabotaging things and you don't know why. But then using the emotion code, I can find to the year what negative emotion has been placed in you. What has come up for some people is like abandonment or heartache or heartbreak, right? And I could say something like, well, abandonment was placed in 2002. And then you'll say, 2002, that's when my father left, or that's when my mother died, or that's when my marriage was over, whatever. And those emotions get placed. And then, just like the algorithm on Instagram, on Facebook, and every other social media platform, that algorithm is now running in your body, and it is allowing you to do some things and not do other things. And so my job is to then, once we find the emotion, using the governing meridians in your bodies, the same meridians that are used for acupuncture and acupressure, they stick those pins in you to release energy. Or using those same meridians, I run magnets down there to pull out those negative emotions that you've been carrying. And that's all I did to Whitney, and remove some things that she had been holding on to, and she went on to do big things after that and still is, to this day. And that is the story of a bunch of my clients. They have gone on to find love, they have gone on to do well in business, so whatever those emotional blocks that are there are removed by using the emotion code. So we do that part, and then we may talk about the food that you eat. We may talk about supplementation. There's a lot of modalities that go together to complete the complete healing for a person. So yeah, that's what I get to do. We don't have to do anything, but that's what I get to do. And I do a lot of it right here in Atlanta, Georgia, out of my home, which I have deemed the Healing House of Roses. It is Googleable now. It is on Google Maps. I'm so excited. I have 16 5-star reviews on there now. So I'm getting really, really excited about the people giving the reviews. And I'm really excited for the work that I get to do online and in person. So that's what I do.
Yes, honey. Yes. You just like broke down so simply what happens to us,
Yeah.
because everything that's happening is based off of some sort of emotion and
Yes.
energy, right? And so I teach these ladies all the time that there could have been an incident that made you feel a certain emotion and made you feel lack of
Mhm.
some sort. And a lot of times, if we don't do this either energy healing work, subconscious mind work, however you want to put it, if you're not really talking to the subconscious, then it's basically just like face value healing.
Mhm.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Because we really have to remove the energy and not remove the incident, but be aware of the incident that is keeping you back and
Yeah.
stagnant and
Yeah.
stuck.
Yeah. And some people don't even realize that because we're the strong people. If you're in this room, you're one of the strong people. You're the strong person in your family. You're the strong person in your world. You're probably one of the smartest people in every room that you go in. And so, what we are taught as the strong people is to press it down. You're fine. Press it down. It's all good. You can handle it. That's why God gave it to you. And then you say, okay, I'm all right. But you're not all right. And I really like that campaign that came out not too long ago, a couple years ago. It's okay not to be okay. It really is okay not to be okay. Because what we do is we press down, 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 and we keep trying to put more, and we keep trying to put more. And then when there's no more room to put anything, then it's and then somebody somewhere gets it. They get it for everybody. And the other part to that is we know that dis-ease in the body is caused by emotion. Um, when we look at Louise Hay and the list that she created, the list that she created says that if you have high blood pressure, that is unresolved emotional issue not dealt with. If you have diabetes, that is why am I here? What's the use? No sweetness left in my life. If you have cancer, it is anger, deep hurt, regret, and deep grief. If you have simple things like constipation, and constipation is holding on to something nasty you need to let go of. If you have reflux and GI stuff, that is clutching fear. So for everything, your liver holds anger, your kidneys hold the fear. So depending on what it is, if you have something as simple as aching joints in your knees and your ankles, that's fear of walking into the future. That is your mobility for going forward. So for every ailment, there is an emotional cause. And doing this work helps us to remove the emotional cause for the dis-ease so that it can be taken care of. When somebody tells you that you have an incurable disease, incurable, incurable. Incurable means it is curable from the inside only. That means nothing outside of you can cure it. It can only be cured by you going in and doing your internal work first. And then you can do the eat right and the exercise and take supplements and, all of that other stuff. But you must take care of the emotional cause. If you think about anybody that you know who has had cancer, you can one find anger or deep hurt or regret or deep grief in them, and then you can see them, you can watch them, they can do holistic, they can do traditional, whatever they do, and then the disease goes into remission and everything is great, and then it comes back, and then they go and they do a whole bunch of stuff again, and then the disease goes into remission again, and then it comes back. Normally by the third time it takes the person out, and the reason is because you can do all that medical stuff, but until you handle the emotional cause, it's going to keep coming back. And that's with every dis-ease in the body. If you are a proponent of um what these spiritual books say, they say that we are connected, mind, body, and soul. If you believe that, then you will believe that your emotions are causing your dis-ease in your body. Because and think about it, when you think about times that you have been angry, and if the anger starts, it just ticks up and ticks up and ticks up and ticks up. And you're just like, oh my God. Like, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. And before you know it, you've said things, you've done things, you're completely out of control. Same thing when you tell yourself, I'm depressed. I suffer from depression. And then you go get in the bed, and then the bed eats you. And you stay there for days and days and days and days and days. It's what happens until we deal with it. And so it is my pleasure to be able to help people to find the thing that is holding them. I did a retreat here in July, and there was a lady who, she had double master's degrees, and, she's, boss in her world, but she couldn't figure out how come she couldn't go further than, where she is. And we found that she was holding on to some emotional baggage from her marriage from 2020. 2020? Yeah, 2020. And she was like, I'm over that. I said, well, why are we talking about it then? Because it's still there. Abandonment issues, fear was there, um, heartache was there. She was like, but I asked for the divorce. Like, she's standing in her power. But it doesn't mean that it didn't hurt you. It doesn't mean that it was something that you wanted. It was something that you had to do, but it doesn't mean that it didn't scar you in some way. And so we were able to find that and pull that up and out. One lady who was older, I found emotions trapped in her from 1962. 1962. Abandonment and all kinds of things. And she was like, my husband didn't want me to do the work that I was doing. And so it was a whole bunch of abandonment, anger, and heartache. And and we can stack these emotions up. Dr. Bradley Nelson, Louise Hay was first. So Louise Hay created the list. And Louise Hay, after she created the list, she gave you all of the affirmations to say, I'm safe, I'm at peace, my body is healed, all those words, right? And affirming works. But what Dr. Bradley said, some of y'all so sick, I don't even trust y'all to say it, to do the affirmation. I don't trust y'all to do it. So he then created a list of 60 negative emotions. And from that list of 60 negative emotions, those are the ones that we look for. He like combined all, because there's way more than 60 emotions, but he combined these ones together with the emotions that make the most sense, and put this list of 60 together. And those are the 60 that I look for when I'm working with a client. And so this is something that can be done in person or virtual. And how we do it is in person. I may, have you to hold your arm out like this and ask a question. And what happens is when you press down, if I say my name is Darlaina and I go to press down on my arm, it'll be strong. If I say my name is Stacy and I press down, it's going to go down because that's not true for me. So the weakness is in the muscle because the muscle knows the truth for you. And you can test yourself if you just take your two fingers like this and take your second finger and put it over your index finger like that. And you see how that goes up and down like that. If you hold your finger like that and you say something that is true, like say your name, my name is Darlaina, and you use just the second finger to press down on the index finger, and you'll feel the strength in the first finger. Yes, my name is Darlaina. If I say my name is Stacy, that's not true. So it'll be very easy to press that down. Those are the muscles again. So anything that you are trying to determine for yourself, whether or not it is true for you or whether or not it is good for you, you can ask yourself, is this yoga class going to be good for me? Yes. Oh, is going to the gym going to help me? Yes. And then you can ask your question like, is this new relationship going to be good for me? Oh, no. You can get your own answers that way. So if you take nothing away, take that modality with you, knowing that you can find your answers for yourself. What I have my clients to do also is something called the sway test. When you stand, the world is not, the world is not solid, it's solid, but it's moving. The earth is moving, so everything is moving. So what happens is when you stand and ground, your body will start to sway. It'll sway all kinds of ways. And so what I will then do is begin to ask questions of your subconscious mind. You don't have to answer them out loud. You can easily just stand in place. I will have you stand in a camera where I can see your body and then begin to ask questions and watch your body sway forward and backward, forward and backward. And so if you stand and I ask you a question and you sway forward, that means yes. If I ask you a question and you sway backwards, then the answer is no. And I know some of y'all not on camera. I know y'all over there testing it out. I know you testing it. Just go ahead and do it. I ain't scared. Go ahead and do it. And it absolutely is another way that you can use to get the answers for yourself. You know, God is so amazing. God made us so amazing. And so, absolutely, your answers are within you. No one else has your answers. You have all your answers. So you don't have to even ask Coach Stacy. You can absolutely use Coach Stacy as your accountability partner, but you got all your answers. You can stand up right now, wherever you are, ask yourself any question about your job, your relationship, your kids, whatever, a yes or no answer, a yes or no question, and you will get your answer. Very simple. Very simple. Answers are not always the answers that we want. You can literally take some makeup and put the makeup in your hand like this, hold it out, and ask yourself, is this good for me? And you'll either sway forward for yes or backward for no. You can put a steak in your hand and do that. You can put anything and ask, is this good for me? Is this person good for me? Is this job good for me? Should I start my business? And get all of the answers that you need. And so I use that same modality and ask, are there any trapped emotions that I can release from this body? And the answer is always yes. The answer is always yes. And so I ask a series of questions to find out which ones are there. And then once I find out which ones are there, if you are virtual, then I will have you to use your magnet and the governing meridians in the body. They run through the entire body. That is your electrical system of your body, your energy system of your body. And it runs, the governing runs over your top lip, over your head, and down to your spine, the base of your spine, right? And so if you are with me, I will take my magnet and roll it down from the top of your neck down to your spine. If you are virtual with me, I will tell you to take your magnet and roll it from your the top of your eyebrows right over your head. And for every emotion that we release, we do it 3 times that way. And then sometimes I find that people are carrying emotions that are not theirs. They're carrying emotions that belong to your ancestors. Ancestral trauma is real. And so if it's ancestral trauma, then I will have you do that 10 times. And the way you know that is when we are doing the sway test, what happens is there is no yes or no. The body starts to kind of do this like circular thing. It's like a wiggle a little bit. And then I can ask, is this ancestral? When I don't get that, when I don't get a yes or no, I'll ask if it's ancestral, and then the answer will be yes. And so then for ancestral trauma, we can remove it from you, and it will never go to another generation after you when we remove it. It is a very powerful modality. There is a documentary about it called E Code. It's on Prime Video, I think. It's on, and there is a book called The Emotion Code. Do I have it here? Yeah. So you literally can go read about it and learn more about it. This is how I first got it 4 years ago in this book. This is the same book from 4 years ago, so it's a little ratty. Um, I started there first. And then after testing it out on so many of my friends and them calling me a witch, um, after doing that, then I actually went and got a certification for it. So I now am a certified emotion code practitioner, and I have been using this modality for over 4 years now to really help people to get to their best life. We keep saying we want our best life, and we can't figure out why we can't get to it. And it's because there's an algorithm running that's holding you up. And if you are amazing in your life right now, that just means you could be more amazing. So, I mean, I'm just so much a proponent of this type of healing because we want the best for our lives. And if we can do it for ourselves and then begin to teach the people around us that this is something, that this is a thing, um, we can save not only ourselves, our own families, and community from it because we're all suffering from some form of trauma. There's something there in all of us that has been pressed down and pushed down because we come from these generations of you fine and just get up and just go and do it and suck it up, buttercup, you're good. And we suck it up and we keep it moving, and we keep these generational curses going and going and going and going. And so there's not enough people doing this work. So if you're interested in doing it, there is a way to do it. We need more people to understand it, add it to their practices. People who are serving people. It's not hard to learn. um so yeah, any questions?
I just wanted to say that we're all healers.
Yes,
We can, as she said, the book, You Can Heal Your Life. You can heal yourself, but you can also heal others.
absolutely.
Um, it all starts with you first. And as I say all the time, that when you are healing yourself, you're not only just healing you, you're healing 7 generations before you and 7 generations after you. And so Miss Rose totally just confirmed that by saying, when we start healing, you're breaking the code, you're breaking the change, you're breaking that pattern that has continued over and over and over again in your life.
Yeah.
And as much, I was the type of person that said, I ain't gonna be like my mama. I was so much like my mama. I still am so much like my mama, but you literally, it gets inherited in you as much as you try to run from it.
Yeah.
And so I am the person that is just like, we have to stop running.
Yeah.
At some point, you have to decide to stop running from this hard shit
Yes.
and do
Yes.
the work. And do the work. Y'all understand that? Y'all show up almost every day to listen
And
to
these
little
are
me.
this is the people. These are the people. These are the risk takers, the rule breakers, the cycle breakers. These are the people. The people who show up in rooms like this, you are already the one. You are the one. You are the one in your world right now. You are the one. So who are the people who fix the things in their families? The ones. Crystal, Savannah, Darlene, Jasmine, was that Shamir, Treasure, Keisha, Renee? You are the ones. You are the ones. You could deny, you could try to run from it if you want to. Renee laughing because she the one. She's sitting in the car with her granddaughter in there. She the one. You done brought your granddaughter to the hairdresser. You showing your granddaughter something that probably her mother doesn't even show her. We are the ones. I'm a great grandmother now. Ooh, that's not right. Anyway, but my granddaughters, I taught them how to do the 52-week challenge, how to save $1 a week. These are things that nobody taught us. I'm already teaching them about how important their credit is, because by the time I realized I had credit, it was already bad. Listen, if there is somebody who can talk about um living in this world and living in the systems of this world, credit is just a system. It is a system, it's a game that can be manipulated. And so when people say, oh, I have bad credit, don't feel bad about that. I moved to Atlanta, and y'all gonna laugh because I laugh too. When I finally looked at my credit, it was a 450. What the heck is that? A four? Do they have fours? I didn't even know it went that low. But what gets measured gets mastered. And so I began to be intentional about it, to look at it, to see what I can do to make it better. What can I clean up? What can I get off? It's a 710 now. But I came from, I had cars repossessed. I lost my house in foreclosure, all of that behind taking care of my ex-husband. But I would do it again, because at the end of the day, none of that material stuff, none of that meant anything when you hold it up against a human life. And even though he wasn't the best husband, that person cheated on me 4 times and 1 time had a baby. But when he got sick, because we didn't know it was cancer at first. When he got sick, the question that I asked myself was, if somebody called me and told me that he was dead, would I be okay? And the answer was no. I was married to him for 27 years. He had 4 kids and 9 grandkids. And now 1 great grandchild. My oldest grandson is 21 years old. And he just, I think, did he have a baby yet? He ain't had a baby yet, but he's about to. So it is, something that really sent me on this path. And one of the things, I listened to Abraham Hicks on YouTube. And one of the things that I heard her say in the last couple of weeks that was very profound, we hear that thing where they say, life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. Guess what she said? It's happening from you. What? From me? Yeah, from you. You know why? Because you took the time out to write your vision and make your vision plain. And when you wrote it down, you asked for certain things. Now, when we ask for them, we don't know how they're going to come. I said I wanted a healing house, because while my ex-husband was sick, I was able to go to a healing house in Hawaii. And when I went, they treated him very well, but they did not treat me well at all. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get me a healing house and I'm going to do it better. But in order for me to have this healing house, I had to lose my job, the house, everything that was tying me to Philadelphia, so that I could move. Because I didn't know, but I asked for it. So that's not life happening to me. That's life happening from me, because I asked for it. I ain't asked for it like that, but I asked for it. And so when you think about the things that are happening to your life, realize they are happening from you, because you have asked for what it is that you want. And we don't know how it's going to come, but we know it's coming. And so sometimes things feel a little dicey. Things feel a little bit uncomfortable. You're being pushed out. I got fired from my job. Listen, I have had some really good jobs. I had jobs that was benefits was so good. My kids could go to school for free and all this. I work for Temple University. I'm like, oh, this is a good job. They pay me good. My kids gonna go to school for free. And then the lady that was working there didn't like me. She found a reason to write me up every week. I mean, one time she wrote me up for the same thing she wrote me up the week before. I said, you already wrote me up for that. That's how you know it was intentional. And it was this pastor who said to me, Darlaina, you're going to keep getting kicked out of those jobs until you do what God wants you to do. So I don't know if you want to believe me or not, but I'm just here to tell you, I ain't believe him because he told me that in 2009 when
That's a message.
that's a big message,
Whew.
right? And so that happened at that job, and then the next job after that, I worked for Keystone Mercy Insurance Company, and my boss, and I kept saying, "I'm a black woman. She a black woman. Why is she doing a? You can't wear low ride pants." I'm like, "Ma'am, I'm not wearing low ride pants, but you looking over me as I'm sitting in my seat." Then she told me I couldn't wear 5-inch heels. I was like, "I don't have on 5-inch heels." She pulled out a measuring ruler and measured my shoes, just harassing me. And the pastor said, "What I tell you? What I tell you?" So then I leave all those places and I come down to Atlanta and I go get another good job over at Emory University. This is going to be good. My kids can go to school free here if they want to too. Emory is good too. 6 weeks. I didn't even give them a chance to fire me. I quit. That lady was so nasty to me. She was so nasty. She was so nasty. And I said to her, I said, listen, it's not anything that I will do that you're telling me to do. It's just a way that you're to do that. I will not tolerate disrespect from you or anybody else. She sent me an email with capital letters and red writing. Now, you know that's screaming and cussing at the same time, right? And so when I talked to her about it, she was like, "You're all right." I go back to my seat. And I said to her, "It's not necessary." I said, "Not only is it disrespectful, I'm 10 years your senior. I'm your elder." I sat there in my seat like this, brewing, stewing in it. And then I finally said, "You know what? Why are you subjecting yourself to this?" I said, "You know what? Today is your last day." And I quit. And when I told them, I had, how you be sitting in the cube and I had 3 other people, the other 3 people that was in there, I told them, "Today my last day." They was like, "You're not gonna give them no notice?" Uh-uh. I'm not giving them no notice. Georgia is an at-will state. They could fire you at will, so I could quit at will. So I didn't know what I was going to do. I just knew that I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. And it went around because one of the girls, she decided to go get me a card. I had been here for 6 weeks. They love me. So she's going all around, getting everybody to pass this card around, a sign on it and everything, gave me money and flowers and all this. And then here come the manager, not the nasty supervisor, the manager. Darlaina, I heard something today, and I'm certain that it can't be true. In all your professionalism, I know it's not true. Oh, what did you hear? I heard that today is your last day. I said, "Oh, yeah, that's true." She was like, "Oh, that's a problem for me. For you, I've been a manager." And the reason the other lady was going crazy like that, because my job prior to that, I had 60 direct reports. And what I didn't want was that. Because having 60 people report to you is nothing but babysitting. You want to know who ain't coming to work, who baby sick, or I don't want to know that. And then you got to stay late, you got to come early. And then when you get home, you still working. I wanted a job where I could do 8 hours and leave. And so she was so sure that I was coming for her job. And that's why she was treating me like that. "Oh, ma'am, I don't want your job." So I'm telling the manager that, that part is true. And so she's immediately telling me how the department is going to be impacted. Now, as a manager and as a boss, what I would have done is said, "Can you come in my office and let's talk about it? I want to know why you want to leave like this." She telling me about production. She telling me about what I said. What that gonna mean? That don't mean nothing to me. I said, maybe you should have a conversation with some of your management and teach them how to treat people. "Well, you'll never be able to work for an Emory again." In my mind, I was thinking Tony Robbins, burn the boats. burn the boats. We ain't ever coming back this way. She said, you can never work at an Emory again. I said, and I never want to if this is the way you treat people. And that was my last 9-to-5 job in 2016. And I have been, when I left there, I went and got me a brand new car and started driving Uber. I did that for a couple of years, drove Uber, drove Lyft. I did Amazon Flex. I did anything that I needed to do in order to keep myself afloat while I built my business out. And then I was fortunate enough to get this place here, and now really building this house out to host events here. I have tomorrow I have sound healing and breath work here tomorrow. I'm on the 25th, it's going to be moon meditation. We do something for all of the moon stuff. You know, we are so connected to this world, and the more people are awakening and understanding that our bodies are in tune with the moon. You know, when there's a full moon, I get exhausted, I get tired, and I'm trying to figure out, why am I tired? You know, look at this guy, full moon. You know, if the moon can move the ocean, that huge body of water, here you are made of 96% water. Do you think it's not moving you too? Because it is. That's the way God set us up. And so, you know, God is giving me this place and is allowing me to do this amazing work with, you know, I have an affinity to women over 50 because I believe that we are the ones who believe that our life is over. We believe that we didn't get our dream. We believe that, you know, it's too late, but it ain't. I got this place last year at 56. I got my certification this year at 57. So it is not too late for anything. In the words of Dr. Loretta Long, who is the Black lady who plays Susan on Sesame Street, she says, it's not too late. Dreams don't have an expiration date. So it's not too late. It's never too late. And so I also run a 8 a.m. law of attraction call every single morning. We have been there now 260 days straight, team, no days off. We started last December and we are there every day, 7 days a week. We figure life doesn't take any days off, so why should we? And so we've been there. And when I say the manifestation is at an all-time high, these women in this group, we have one man in the group, and they are manifesting left and right. And so I'm so appreciative of Coach Stacy to allow me to bend your ear with a new way of thinking, a new modality to a lot of you as to how this is done. It is important for us to use everything that God gave us, because the way this world be throwing these curveballs, we need every modality that we can get to keep us together, to keep us right, because you are the one, there will be so many others that pull on you, that come for you. So you need to be 100% healed, 100% whole, so that you can not only save you, but save any who will listen to you. So yeah.
I'm over here eating my popcorn. I just kept saying message. They needed that message. Oh my God. For all of my Healing Works program students, please let me know in the chat. Has she given you any confirmations tonight based off the information that I've shared? Look at Renee's face. Please give me something in the chat.
I can't even write it. I'm sitting here. I said, between her, you, Dr. Daisha, and my pastor, I'm like, okay, Lord, stop smacking me up one side, down the side, and smack me around and turning me around. I'm like, okay, I'm finally listening.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, I always wondered why I never fit in with nobody. And I realized I wasn't meant to fit in.
Yes.
But everybody always dumps on me. Everybody always comes to me. I'm like, I'm not no counselor. What they coming to me for advice? I said, my life, excuse my French, is so effed up. And they coming to me, but I can give them sound advice. I said, Lord, if I ever just follow the advice I give people.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, the other analogy too is the teacup and the saucer. You can't serve from an empty cup. So you have to get the healing for yourself so that you can help others. I tell people all the time, my teacup is not here, but when your cup gets full and then you start pouring out from your cup till your cup is empty, and then you look in and it ain't nothing left. You don't have anything for yourself. You completely done. You don't got no money. You don't got no gas in your car. You don't have nothing you need. Everything is gone because you have given it all away. No, we're not doing that no more. What we're doing is we're gonna wait till the cup get full, and then when it get full, we're gonna sit that to the side. And when the cup runneth over into your saucer, then you can pour from your saucer and you can share that. And when that is gone, that's all they get. That's it. The answer after that is no, and no is a complete sentence and does not require an explanation. No. No. No.
Yeah. So many confirmations. Y'all all are getting. I feel it. I got goosebumps right now. I got so many goosebumps. Y'all see why she is special to me. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all see it? And a quick announcement before I forget, because I'm definitely going to open it up for Q&A. I said, bring your questions because this is your opportunity to ask the questions, even if it's in the chat.
Yeah.
But Miss Rose is my special guest at the Renew Me retreat, October 7th through 9th. Y'all will get her live and in person. And I'm crying because it's everything that you need and more.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm going to open this up for questions now. I respect everybody's time. I told Miss Rose it was only going to be 30, 45 minutes, but she over here dropping bombs. I can't help but keep it going. Go ahead. Anybody ask any kind of questions that y'all have? Okay. If that's okay, Miss Rose, you got time?
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
I'm trying to think of the question. I'm just so I'll see her in October.
I love it. I love it.
I'm crawling to Florida in October. I am so ready, and it's just the beginning of September. Yeah.
Where is everybody calling in from tonight?
I'm from Maryland.
Maryland. You in Bmore? I'm from Philly. That's 5 minutes from Philly.
Yeah. My cousin lives in Philly, so yeah, I have family in Philly too. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness.
He's in Baltimore.
I'm from Ohio.
Baltimore, Ohio.
Yep. This is Treasure. I do have a question though.
Yes.
This is my question because I'm in my head a lot and been in it a lot lately.
Yes.
So when you speak about the sway forward, the yes and no, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you know how sometimes, well, a lot of times they say things happen like in the mind, like you can tell yourself to, feel a certain way or whatever. If you're asking yourself a question, like let's just say it's a business opportunity, but you want it so bad, will you not make yourself sway because you want it so bad and you know that swaying forward is yes and going back is no? Like how do we
that's when the professional comes in. You can want it for yourself, but we're not talking to the conscious mind. We're talking to the subconscious mind. So before we even begin, you are centered, you are breathing, you are almost out of yourself.
Okay.
So, sometimes when I'm asking the questions, they'll answer like aloud. I'm like, you don't have to answer because I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
So your subconscious mind is there. So you just have to kind of center yourself, breathe, and then do it. And then that way, you know that you are getting the answer from your subconscious mind and not from your conscious mind. They are separate from each other.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know. Like I said, I've been in my head a lot lately, and I'm like, okay, well, I might just move myself forward because I want this so bad, but I'm
And
gonna center myself
you can
first.
absolutely tell the difference between a forced sway and a naturally happening sway.
Okay.
And who knows, you may want it that bad because your subconscious knows that it's something that's good for you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. That's the only question I had.
Awesome. I'm really excited to meet you all, whoever is going to be in Florida. I am due some sunshine. I'm praying for sunshine. You know, God is so good because I tell him I need sunshine. And so I usually get it. Even if it rains, I usually get a little sunshine every day, even amidst the rain. So yes, I'm really excited
Florida is good for some sun and some rain.
Yes, yep, all the same, all in the same.
All in the same, every single
All the
day.
same 5 minutes.
Yes, and I love it so much. And all of it's healing. All of it is so healing.
Yes.
Like she was saying, we're so connected to the world, to the earth, to the universe.
Yes.
And so just appreciate every little thing that we have on this earth, and so much more to be appreciative will come to you. I promise you. Crystal, I think you had a question or no? I feel like you unmuted your mic. You wanted to say where you were from?
Oh, I was just saying, it's calling in from Alaska, and I'm looking forward to. I'm excited to be there next month. And I was just looking, and I didn't do my gratitude journal yet today, but being on the call today, I'm like, oh, because I'm doing the 30-day, 6 month, 1 year. So a month from now is the 7th. So a month from now, I'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so good.
Exactly 1 month away, ladies and boys, ladies.
Yes.
So excited, so excited. And for anybody who is on this call or even listening to the replay, like as Miss Rose said, you are chosen. You are the one. And that's why I bring these professionals together to help you all understand that more. And it's not about the money for me. Both Miss Rose and I it's really not even about the money at all. But obviously we still gotta pay some bills. But the price did increase for the retreat, but every last one of you guys can get 50% off. And so 50% off, you just have to, my graphic designer isn't messaging me right now back. You have to message me that you want the 50% off to make it there. Cause I'm telling you, if you got confirmations from this call and you know in your heart that you need some healing, some energy work, of course we're going to be doing spirituality exercises. God will align you to get you there. When you make the decision that you want to be there, that you're going to be there. And Crystal say, heck yeah, because that's exactly what happened to her. As soon as she made the decision, everything just aligned, and now she's able to come all the way from Alaska, guys. If this chick can come from Alaska, y'all gonna figure it out on how to bring your booties too, okay? So it's 50% off. I'm willing to do payment plans. Like, if you really make the decision and you really want to be there, just let me know. And y'all need to be in communication with me so that we can get you there, okay? That's how passionate, that's how much I care for you guys too, because us women, first off, need to stick together.
Yeah.
There's so much tension with, at the end of the day, all of the women that were giving Miss Rose some flack, they saw her gifts before she saw it, and they were intimidated. So they tried to do anything in their power to try to get her out, because they probably feared their own job was going to be taken by this beautiful woman with all her gifts that she has. That's usually what happens.
Any morning. No thoughts.
That's usually what happens. And so I'm all about the sisterhood. I'm all about bringing us all together and having a community of people that can actually respect one another, that can appreciate one another, and that can support one another. Oh, oh, girl, I've been the chosen one for a long time. I got a lot of hate from a lot of people because they saw my gifts before I even saw my gifts.
Absolutely. I'm reading a book right now because I host a sister circle twice a month here at my house. And there's a lady, her name is Jean Shinoda Bowling. She is the author of the book, The Millionth Circle, an Urgent Message from Mother. And she predicts that when millions of women come together in the world, we will shift from a patriarchal society to one that is based on equality. When women gather, we transform ourselves and each other. When we transform ourselves, when we wake up to our own feminine power, we bring a new consciousness to our families and our communities. When our families and communities become more conscious, we change society. This is why we must meet. I said, ooh.
If y'all ain't got your answers, then I can't help you. I'm being dead ass, as New Yorkers say.
When I read that, I was like, whoa. Because I do believe that there is a ripple effect that happens from each of us. We are our own ripple. And when each of these ripples hit, the ripples will begin to hit each other. And then we begin to create this movement of more awakened, feminine power, feminine consciousness that will create something in our own houses first, that will leak into our communities. That when it leaks into our communities, we change societies. What this lady is saying right here, shifting from a patriarchal society to one of equality. It takes all of us. We are the ones. Very simple. Not always easy, but very simple. We are the ones. So we must come together.
We are the ones. Yes. Ooh, Jasmine says, I felt that in my soul.
Yes. I felt it when I read it. I was like,
here we go. And I had no idea why I was so called to just helping women. Like I actually reject men. I just want to help women. I think actually when I first started my healing journey, Oprah says the reason why she teaches girls is because they take that information back to their village.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what women do. We really, they say, oh, the man is the head, but the woman is the neck. And it tells the head which way to turn. So we have way more power than we even believe. And if you are married or in relationship, you know that. You're responsible for, I always say when you walk into a house, if the house is in disarray, they don't look at the husband, do they? They look right at the wife. Oh, she is nasty. So the same way that's our credit. We are really the people who are running the household. We are running these families. And a lot of, some of the men, they trust the women with the finances too. You're working in tandem. So what you do in your household is absolutely going to trickle down to your children and trickle down into your community, trickle down to your extended family. Because they're going to want to know, like, how you getting this done? My family's still trying to figure out how I pay all my bills. They like that, I'm like the one in the family that don't have no job. They trying to figure out, like, that's not how we was taught to do this. We were taught to get a good job. And why you keep quitting these good jobs? What's wrong with you? You keep getting fired from these good jobs. It's not what I'm supposed to do. And although a job is good, a job is great, But even if they paying you $100,000 a year, that means that they making $1 million. So you will never get to your dream by helping somebody else build theirs. So use that job to be your number one investor until whatever it is that you're doing on the side outranges what you were making there. We are very capable of millionaires and billionaires. I think I heard Dick Gregory say that being a millionaire was only $1 million was so many seconds, but a billionaire was 32 years. He said only a fool would want to be a millionaire. Be a billionaire. And these billionaires ain't better than you. The only thing they got on you is time and a decision. You are a mogul in your own right. When the things that come up for me come up, I'll be like, oh yeah. And so you're going to get, as you are working and healing, you're going to come up with t-shirts, you're going to come up with candles, you're going to come up with books, you're going to come up with, listen, I have a whole office and home line that I'm coming up with. But God gave me that stuff. As you are doing the stuff that you're doing, people come in here and they want to buy stuff off my walls. Like, where you get that from? I made it. You made it. Mm-hmm. So now I need some other people to go make it for me so I can sell it. So everything you need is already with you. Everything you need is already in you. The book is in you. The story is in you. We all got a story. You start telling your story from some stages, honey, they pay people to speak. I know I'm coming to y'all jank. They pay people for their time. They pay people to come and share the knowledge. So understand that you already got it in you. There's nothing that you ain't got to learn nothing. You ain't got to take another class. All you got to do is show up and tell your story. All you got to do is show up and say why you do what you do. And I promise you, your story will help somebody else. You're doing it right now. You're doing it right now when you tell it. I'm already excited to meet Alaska. Is it dark there now? Is it light there now? Because they got 6 months of light, 6 months of dark. Like,
she's working right now. I'm not quite sure if she's able to
yeah. But it's just a thing, we just have to make more decisions around the things that you want to do. And the way the law of attraction is one more book I could share with you. Where is it? I shared it this morning with my Well-Being Wednesday people.
If I put her Instagram in the chat, everybody, make sure you go follow her. Asking is given. Yes, Abraham, Esther, and Jerry Hicks. Yeah.
Listen, so many modalities in this book. What is the life that you want? If you woke up tomorrow and your life was exactly the life that you wanted, what would it look like? Add this to your repertoire. This is my Bible. Whenever things are not looking the way I want them to look, I go in and I say, what can I do? And I usually go to scripting. And scripting is just you writing out how you want things to be right now. When I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to do this, and this, and then this, and this is going to happen. And then whatever I write out, I always add this or something better. This or something better. That way you ain't got to lock nobody in. You ain't got to lock God into nothing. This or something better. Because if it don't turn out exactly the way you say, then you'll say it didn't work. No, this or something better. And be patient and know that it's coming. I moved into the house where I'm at right now with a 450 credit score and no money because I wrote it out. Not months in advance, weeks in advance. I came to Atlanta and God says, stay. And I said, stay how, Sway? How? Not only did my credit score not matter, one of my friends had helped me fill out an application to get a grant And I woke up and had $20,000 in my account. And I got this house with the money that showed up in my account that I had not even remembered that I had done it. I had done it so long ago. And in 2 weeks from the time that I wrote it down, I was in Atlanta from March the 7th to like March the 26th. I got this house on April the 9th. I wrote it down. I did a video somewhere about it, and I showed in my book where I not only did I write down the house, I wrote down that I wanted red curtains, that I wanted roses, that I wanted red pots and everything to be red. I wrote the whole thing down. And if you go onto my social media, you'll see that the Healing House of Roses has everything red and white. That it is just that. Everything that I asked for, I have. Won't he do it like he said he would?
Yes,
So yeah, you know I could talk for 15,000 more hours. So you know,
same. Anybody have any questions? Whip them out if you do. Take advantage of this moment.
we're gonna have a good time in Florida. That's all I know.
Make sure y'all follow her on Instagram. When is your what time is your manifestation?
My call is every morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard.
Oh shucks. So self-love is at 7:30. So we gotta make sure to get off by 8 o'clock to get on that manifestation call.
Either that or you can watch it in replay because it stays on. I go live on Facebook and I go live on Instagram and TikTok. I used to go live on YouTube, but I'm working on my YouTube channel right now. So I'm not doing anything on my YouTube channel until I rearrange all of my stuff. But it stays on Facebook and it stays on Instagram. So you can find it on there after your call. So it's fine. So it is there.
Okay, so I got the confirmation from my designer. Oh, you guys just go to becausehealingworks.com to get the ticket and then use discount code LOVE and you'll get 50% off.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
I'm so mother freaking excited. We is 30 days away and won't he do it?
yes. And y'all, we're gonna be in a house, honey. Do you have a chef?
Yes. So I actually wanted to talk to you because guys, she healed herself and her husband through healing food, basically. Yeah. So I want to kind of sort of collaborate with you on good meals that are actually really healthy for you.
I wrote about it. There's the story.
Okay.
It's food is just that. It is healing. And the whole thing is whole food, plant-based food. I'm not a vegetarian, I'm not vegan. I love me a little piece of oily salmon. And every once in a while some well-sourced chicken. The thing is, if you're going to eat meat, it shouldn't be fake meat, none of that plant-based chemical laden stuff that your body does not recognize. So that it's a no for me. No Beyond, nothing. No slutty vegan, no none of that stuff. It's all trash. If you're going to eat that, that's like, I'm going to have some junk food. And that's what that is. But that's not something that you should eat every day or every week because it will destroy your body. It will destroy, because your body doesn't know what it is. It can't process it. So if you're gonna do, plant-based meats, then you do things like mushrooms that will take the place of the meat, but it is still a real thing. It's not made from chemicals. I just posted a video of a 3D printer steak. They made a steak with a 3D printer using stem cells from a cow. No. So it's all about when you have your plate and you look at your plate, and let's say your plate is in 4. You want 3/4 of that to be fruits and vegetables, grain, And that one little 1/4 corner can be your meat. Condom meat. I call it condom meat because it's condiment size. Not the 16-inch steak, the 4-ounce steak. Not 4 pieces of chicken, 1 piece of chicken. You just need a little taste of it. You don't need all of it. And then you don't have to have meat with every meal. So, it really is all of that. When I'm out of town and doing things, I don't beat people up too bad about what's on their plate. But it is important that you look at what you are eating on a day-to-day basis. So it's not too stressful to, have whatever it is you're going to prepare for this weekend. With the chef, so, it's as clean as possible, just a lot of salads and fruit, a lot of fruits for snack options and stuff, but it's okay to have some ice cream and cake and, whatever else you want to, add to it for, something fun. Cause it is a probably a vacation for a lot of people too. So you want to not make it too strict and too stringent. For people. When people come to the healing house, sometimes they're coming because they're sick, and I am very strict on what it is that I serve them. But it just depends on, what's happening. If a person is just coming for rest and relaxation and rejuvenation, I won't beat them up too bad. I will, allow them some well-sourced, wild caught salmon or some no antibiotic chicken or something.
Or some tequila.
Yeah. Oh, some Casamigos.
Yes.
Some Don Julio. Oh, come on now. Of course.
Of course. We're gonna wind down too, okay, people?
We need a little wine. I'll give y'all a little secret. If you like chocolate, Aldi, the ones that are not in the dry states, but in the places where Aldi sells alcohol, they have a wine brand called La Petite, and they sell a chocolate red wine. Ooh, it's so rich and so good. They also have a cherry one, and they also have a coconut one. They're really good, and it feel real nice.
So much. So thank you for answering my question. I don't even have to get on another call with you. And everybody who is attending, the survey is going to go out on your preference and everything like that, and shirt size, like all those any allergies. Jot form is coming soon to a theater near you. Just expect it coming to your email. Same thing for you, Miss Rose. I'll send it the same thing for you, to make sure like everything's aligned with the chef for everybody that's attending. Anybody who has not joined yet, Whitney, my lovely little consultant, is telling me we gotta close everything by the 21st. So you guys really have 2 weeks to really make the decision. I'm sorry to kind of give you that deadline, but we got to make sure that everybody's accounted for. We got to make sure that we have all of the things as early as possible, so that the retreat can go as smooth as possible for everybody. And you guys can get the most healing possible. That's what we're there for the healing. And I'm trying to be a part of the experience too. I ain't trying to stress out on that motherfucker. Please, I don't give a fuck if it is my event. I still want to participate and be a part of everything. So, so the doors close the 21st of this month, which is still very, very generous, because they really need to be closed now. But
that's Whitney. Oh my God, that girl.
She on top.
She been on my top all week. Well, how much time and what you need? I was like, girl, what? Just give me my slots, and whatever slots you give me, that's what I'm gonna work with.
Exactly. So Miss Rose is giving services, y'all. That's how generous she's gonna be. So I don't know. That's all I can say. All right. We're gonna close out this call if nobody else has any more questions. I am ridiculous. You got a question, Treasure? Go ahead.
No, I was just standing by.
I
was just waiting.
Okay. This was so beautiful. I got confirmations myself. Jasmine says, Miss Rose, I have no questions but a statement. You are a beautiful soul with so many gems. I appreciate your input on everything you said tonight. Thank you, and thank you for being you. God bless you. Yeah, I got goosebumps. It wasn't even about me.
I thank you for that. I accept. I accept those beautiful words. Thank you so much.
I received this message. Let's go. All right, everybody. I could do this all night long, but
Yes.
gotta take care of the household and stuff.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hold down the fort. So, all right, y'all have a beautiful, beautiful night. Everybody who is in self-love movement, tomorrow is Thursday. I believe we meet 7:30 a.m. And hopefully we can hop on Miss Rose's manifestation live right after so we can get her good juju some more tomorrow. Crystal says, this, like everything else Coach has done in my life, changing blessing, thank you, is like, oh, sorry. This, like everything else Coach has done, is a life-changing blessing. You're welcome, Crystal. Thank
Aw.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
So welcome. Oh my goodness.
Yes to the
Wow.
roses in the chat. Yes. Yes, Quisha.
Yes.
Yes, Quisha.
Yes.
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 Yes, Queen. Yes. Okay. All right. All right. I gotta go. I love you all so much. Have a great night. Thank you again, Miss Rose. I'll see you soon.
Welcome. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.